Once upon a time, in the quiet coastal village of Windermere, there lived a curious boy named Aidan. He was not like the other children who played games near the docks or helped their parents with fishing. Aidan spent most of his time in the village library, buried in books about ancient legends, forgotten treasures, and maps that led to places no one dared to explore. One foggy morning, while rummaging through old trunks in the attic of the library, Aidan found something peculiar. A rusted compass with strange symbols etched around its edges. The compass needle didn't point north. Instead, it spun in erratic circles until Aidan touched it. Then, suddenly, it stopped and pointed firmly to the west. "What is this?" he murmured. The librarian, an old woman named Clara who had known Aidan since he was a baby, peered over his shoulder. "That dear boy," she whispered, "is the whispering compass. They say it leads only the worthy to what their heart truly seeks." Aidan's heart raced. For years, he had dreamed of going on an adventure, one that would change his life forever. Clara warned him, "It doesn't lead to gold or silver, Aidan. The path is dangerous. Many have followed it. Few returned." But Aidan was determined. He packed some food, his books, a lantern, and the compass, and without telling anyone, he set out at dawn. The compass led him through thick forests and across cold rivers. Days passed. He faced wild animals, hunger, and storms. Yet, every time he questioned himself, the compass needle stood still, guiding him westward. One evening, exhausted and drenched in rain, Aidan stumbled upon a cave hidden behind a waterfall. The compass glowed faintly in his hand. Trembling, he stepped inside. The cave walls shimmered with ancient carvings, symbols matching those on the compass. In the center of the cave sat a pedestal, and on it, a stone tablet. Aidan approached. As he touched the tablet, a booming voice echoed through the cave. "To find what you seek, you must pass 3 trials, not of strength, but of heart." The cave shook slightly, and the wall opened, revealing a tunnel lit by glowing blue crystals. The first trial, the mirror of truth. In the first chamber, Aidan found a tall mirror, but it didn't reflect his appearance. Instead, it showed scenes from his past moments when he lied, when he was selfish, or when he let fear stop him. He turned away, ashamed, but a voice said, "Only those who face their past can shape their future." With trembling hands, he turned back and whispered, "I accept my flaws, but I will grow from them." The mirror shimmered and vanished, revealing a path forward. The second trial, the Bridge of Choices. The next chamber had a massive chasm. 2 bridges hung before him, one old and crumbling but short, and another long but sturdy. Aidan hesitated. The old bridge was faster, but risky. The sturdy one was safe, but long and tiring. He remembered something Clara once said: "The right path is rarely the easiest." He took a deep breath and chose the long bridge. Halfway across, strong winds blew, and the sky turned dark. He held on tight, but he didn't turn back. After a difficult climb, he reached the other side. A glowing doorway appeared. The final trial. The silent voice. The last chamber was silent. Aidan stood in darkness. Suddenly, the whisper of the compass returned, but now it spoke in his own voice. "Why are you here, Aidan?" He paused. At first, he thought it was for adventure. Then he thought it was to find treasure. But deep down, he realized it was something more. "I came to prove to myself that I can be more than just a dreamer. That I can be brave. That I can become someone who writes his own story." The darkness faded. A warm light filled the chamber. On a raised stone lay an old book with blank pages and a quill beside it. "The greatest treasure," the voice echoed, "is your own story. Now write it." With tears in his eyes, Aidan took the book. As soon as he touched it, the compass spun wildly and then stopped, pointing home. Weeks later, the people of Windermere were shocked to see Aidan return. He looked different, stronger, wiser, and full of light. He told no one about the exact details of his journey. Instead, he went back to the library and began to write. Over the years, Aidan's stories spread across the world. Children and adults alike were inspired by the tales of courage, choice, and truth. But only he knew that those weren't just stories, they were real. And on quiet evenings, he would take out the old compass, which now stayed still, and smile, for he had already found what he had been searching for all along, himself. Moral of the story: the greatest adventures are not always about treasures or places far away. Sometimes, the most important journey is the one we take within ourselves, to grow, to change, and to become who we are meant to be.